All right, I'm doing a last minute weekday trip for catfish from the bank. I got some fresh skipjack and one of my bank fishing rods. I do have my other with me, which I'm going to have to put a new hook on. And I will show you guys how I put that hook on after I get this in the water. Thankfully, there's nobody here at the boat ramp, nobody parked, and I'm off to the side, so I'm not in the way if someone decides to drop their boat in, late on a weekday. There's just enough room here to put out a couple of rods. Now here's my other rod and reel, and I published a video where I lost a big catfish because of this leader line, and it's been on here forever. It might be 2 years old, so that's probably why it broke. Thankfully, all I have to do is put another piece of line and hook. Unfortunately, I have to cut the leader line because to have two polymer knots on here properly, you put the polymer knot from the hook to the swivel first, and then a polymer knot on your main line going over your swivel and your hook and your leader line. And I have to make this really short. All right, for leader line, I'm using 80-pound monofilament, just whatever I can buy. So this is Suffix line. And I've misplaced my straw. So I'm gonna have to do an easy snell, which may actually cost me a fish. I'll have to remind myself to fix this sometime in the future because it won't last long. I'll show you guys anyway how to do an easy snell. You take the line on the hook point side, go through the eye, pull it through, make a loop, pinch the loop down with your fingers, and wrap the line towards the eye as many times as possible. Then I will hold on to the loops and take the line and put it back through the loop, wet it, tighten it. Pull it down to the eye. And there you have it, an easy snell. I will cut off this tag end and then put the swivel on it. All right, I'm going to cut this down pretty short. Look at that. Might be a little too short. Got my swivel. Put it through the swivel eye line. Put it back through. You basically got a swivel on a loop and then do an overhand knot. And then with a loop that you just made with the overhand knot, put the swivel through it. I wet it, tighten it, and you got polymer knot. Cut the tag end off. Then I'm ready to put it on my main line. My main line is 30-pound Andy Monster. And I'll put my sinker slide on first. I'm using monofilament, so I'm using a really cheap one. And then I'll put a bead on it. I get these little black rubber beads from Big Fish Outfitters. It's a local tackle shop. They got a bunch of good stuff there. Hashtag not sponsored by them or Andy Monster or Suffix. I am affiliated with Akuma, and that's the gear I'm using as a rod and reel, and I'll show you what that is in a moment. But I'm going to do the polymer knot here. Same thing. Swivel on a loop, overhand knot, and put the hook, line, and swivel through. Moisten, tighten. And there you go, a basic bank fishing rig. Now I'm probably going to publish this video if I don't catch anything, because that's how bank fishing goes. You can be at the absolute best place where there's shad everywhere. I see them jumping everywhere. The sun has warmed up this shallower water, which should attract the fish. That does not guarantee I'm going to catch anything here. And with my trolling motor at the shop right now, I'm leaving the boat in the garage, at least until it's fixed. And hopefully they'll have it fixed soon, because I have a guided trip coming up soon out of the boat. Because I am a fishing guide. But I do like to bank fish too, and I know a lot of you like to bank fish. That's a 4-ounce river sinker. This allows the fish to run with the bait. Got the bait clicker on, so if anything grabs it, you hear it going rear as it goes out into the middle of this giant cove. Now I'm going to get some bait on this and get this one out. Nice big piece of skipjack. I am going for bigger fish. I forgot to tell you guys what this is. This is a 9-foot Akuma longitude and size 5 Akuma Cortez. CZ-5 CSA. The smallest Akuma Cortez they have. Alright, let's see if I can catch something this evening. I'm not sure if I'm going to go into the dark or not. I might. Let's see what happens. Cormorant. I guess that's something going on, right? Oh boy. There we go. Hope I'm recording. I was in a different app on my phone, and I don't know if I was hit the button or not. He is swimming towards me. I don't think he's finished at all. My drag is not set. Wanting to go another line. It's not a monster, but I'll take him. Cool. Oh, he's barely hooked too. I'm gonna have to be careful. Come on. not wanting to behave. I've definitely caught bigger here, but hey, I'll take them. And yep, I am recording. Nice blue cat. Ate that big old chunk of skipjack. Probably an 8-pounder, maybe 5. Cool. Not skunked. It's always fun to catch them from the bank. He took my bait too, and I'm going to go ahead and release this guy. All right. These are not level line reels. They're conventional. Whenever I catch a fish, it makes a big mess. And you can see here, same rig. It does have a different sinker slide. That sinker slide is a braid one. A little bit more expensive. All right, on this round, I'm going to try head. There's a little bit of the gut pocket hanging out on it too. Still cast pretty good. I didn't mess it up too bad. Let's see if I can get another one. We got a beautiful sunset going on right now. The sun is dipping behind the hills over there. Maybe the fish will get more active once it darkens a little. Uh-oh. Just got a hit. It's probably a little one that's hitting on that little bit of gut pocket I left on the head. Maybe its mama will drop by. Just taking it further out there for me. Well, I don't know which one that was. It's been, I don't know, about an hour since I've had the last bite. It's dark out. It's not completely dark. We got a little bit of light. There's always a lot of little ones in this cove. Well, some action is better than none. Nope. This one. I was about to say, I'm going to give this maybe 30 more minutes and then head home. I am about an hour away from where I live. And because this is a work night, I have to be at my day job in the morning time. Let the little one play with it for a little bit. Alright, sometimes you just gotta call it. I do have to work in the morning, and I have about an hour drive ahead of me, as I was saying just maybe a few seconds ago to you guys. So I'm going to reel these up and head home. Now, I might actually name this video, this bank fishing rig can catch catfish, or something similar to that, since I went and showed you the bank fishing rig I used when I re-rigged this one rod and reel. It is a good bank fishing rig, and I will give credit where credit is due. It is similar to what Catfish Dave was using. You basically have a shorter leader so you can cast further. If you've ever cast a longer rig, you know how it likes to helicopter when you cast it, which slows down the cast. And when you're on the bank, you want to get as much distance as possible. So the short leader helps with that a lot. Well, I was hoping something would bite these while I'm talking to you guys, but nothing's happening. Maybe it's a morning bite, maybe it's an afternoon bite, maybe it's a noon bite. I don't know. If anything, I caught a nice catfish. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully next time with a newer camera, I can catch some bigger fish, or even catch some fish on my boat. My camera's charging port actually broke right as I started this video. So I'm going to have to buy another camera and send this one in to get repaired. This is definitely something I didn't want to have happen now, but hey, it is what it is. If I want to continue doing YouTube videos for you guys, I got to make sure my cameras don't break. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you next time.